And welcome back to some more Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Now, we have just completed the prologue, got an S rank, amazingly, and we got a codename Chick. Very manly and, yeah, scary. Got some heroism, which is going to come into play a little bit later. So the question is, are we out of the woods finally? I mean, we were literally being chased through some woods, but are we actually safe now? No. Of course not, because that would be too easy.
Come on.
Or maybe we are? What is going on? Honestly, no clue. And you're not supposed to at this point. No one is. I mean, that's just crazy shit.
The name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am.
Yes, we
A
do.
certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. Second was to rescue the man himself. You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance. First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. The Muslims are fighting back with Western support. Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. The squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now, in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now it's 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
Oh, I love the music. I really do love that particular piece. And that cutscene, just goosebumps. And yeah, I mean, I have played all this game. I've finished it. Not 100%, but Chapter 1, Revenge. That's one thing I sort of wish this game had more cutscenes. I know Metal Gear's renowned for having tons of them, but I kind of do miss them in this. But you know, it is what it is, and we have a bit of an Indiana Jones segment here. Steroids. Yeah, that looks better. Looking more like the Snake we know and love. And we get some rewards, and these are the cassette tapes that basically stand in for the codec of previous games, and this is where most of the story is, which is kind of weird. I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about showing these, because some of them are quite long and some of them aren't really important, but maybe I'll play one or two of them as I'm doing other stuff. But it's... yeah, that's one thing. I wish there were more cutscenes, but the tapes are cool, and a lot of them are quite interesting, but it just takes a little bit of getting used to. So yeah, that's my thought on it. Episode 1, Phantom Limbs.
Under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
Punished Venom Snake. Shalashaska.
Getting used to it? After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect one.
Fancy bit of kit.
Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid.
Okay, which is that.
You see Wandy on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority.
Okay.
Got your binoculars? Or should I say your int scope? See the village? Straight ahead? To the right.
The big shining thing on top of that.
All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call.
I'll tell you anything I can about it.
Good to know.
That's Violo Village. The Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dewandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is.
Okay, left trigger.
Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way.
You can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dewandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees. You'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Yeah, now the game actually sort of properly begins. And Ocelot vanishes just as quickly as he appeared. Right, so we got our horsey, who is called D-Horse. But I'm probably just going to stick to tradition and call him Jeeves, because that's what I do. Don't ask why. It's weird, I know. So that's our destination. We can gallop, we can also hide on our horse. I must admit, as cool as that is, I don't tend to use it that often. But it's nice, it's nice, it's just a quirky detail, and this game is full of them. Just taking that scenery. And the music as well, I like it. So let's do some scouting out, because I think the game's going to tell us about it in a minute. Marking enemies. In fact, there's one there. 2.
That's marking. Focus on the thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map. Security at that guard post is relatively light. Looks like the perfect place for a warm-up. Try to remember the ways you used to deal with enemies. Anytime you need advice, just give me a call.
Oh, now that we've gotten closer to the enemies, the really nice music stops. But it's okay.
Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
Will do. Now this guy should be easy enough to sneak up on. Got our trank gun out, because I don't like to kill guys. I mean, when shit hits the fan, which it invariably will do, then I'll have to kill some fools, but hopefully we can avoid that. How is he? No, he's not turning around. Let's get up nice, close and personal. And can we talk to him?
Talk.
Русский speak, please. Вы говорите по-русски?
Boss, you don't understand what he said?
Apparently not.
I guess that makes sense. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain.
Oh.
If only we had a recruit with the Russian interpreter skill, we could get by with simultaneous interpretation.
Yeah, so until we do that, we're not going to be able to get any info from
Leave
him.
bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Or I could just leave him there, because no one's going to find him. Let's get his friend over here. We don't want him to be lonely. But yeah, I mean, at least they've explained why Big Boss would forget Russian, because obviously in MGS3 he could speak it really well. Or at least that's what Sokolov said. Hello! There's not much point trying to talk to you either.
Guard post captured.
We unlock the word fat for that little guard post. And that factors into emblems later on. Let's search this house. Interesting. Ah.
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them?
So yeah, we want to be getting all the materials we can.
Wilderness on foot? Use your
Oh,
horse.
I just called him, but he got stuck. He doesn't get stuck very often, but in this case he did. Jeeves, you silly horse. Right, let's get closer to our objective.
Extraction arrived at
You're
Not
almost
too
at the
close, though.
enemy outpost, Violo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village?
Yeah, I reckon we'll go up this way. Of course, this is a mission I saw a lot when I watched the E3 videos, because they showed this off a few times. So, even if I'm not playing this blind, this would not have been blind anyway. Because I watched the shit out of those videos, my god. I was so excited for this. I don't think I've ever been this excited for a game. Yes, I can see the village. I'm about to.
Look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there.
That would be the one. So we want to head for that building, but straight away I'm not seeing many people. In fact, unless I'm blind, I can't see fuck all. There should definitely be more dudes than that. Maybe we just need to get a little bit closer. Oh, hang on. Hello. Alright, so we found one, but I'm pretty sure there's more than that. Oh, well, hello. God numero dos, and looks like he's got a nice gun there as well. Now the problem is, with it being daylight, it's so visible. But hopefully we can get up closer to this guy and trank him, and then see what happens. I'd love to be able to do this without being seen, but you never know. There will be lots of retrying, restarting checkpoints. Let's get nice and low. No, you silly man, that's the wrong button. Oh, he's turned around. Where's he off to? Where's he going off to, eh? Oh, he stopped. Oh, hello. Well spotted, mage. He would definitely... Could he have seen me? Possibly. You're never quite sure sometimes. You think, oh, there's no way they can spot me, then they do. Other times you think, ah, crap. And they just... they don't see you. And I did hit him. I don't want to waste too many trank bullets, so or darts, I'll just wait for him to hit the dirt. I don't know which way to go in, though. That's what I love about it, though. You can just go about it in any frickin' way you want to. Right. You can go in all these buildings as well when the doors are like that. Let's put him to sleep. If you could hit him, that'd be nice, Snake. Tactical takedowns. Not quite sure what qualifies as a tactical takedown, because I know you get good points for them. Now this is where we want to be, but is there going to be any guys? Oh, there is a taper as well down on the bottom floor, but I don't know if there's any guards. So I'll get the intel first. Some fuel as well, I'll take that. Mind the pots, we don't want to smash them.
Is that?
So this should tell us where Kaz is.
So you picked up an intel file.
Extraction.
Now we know where Miller is.
Arrived.
I'm marking it on your iDroid.
Now, usually in missions, if you already know where to go, you can just ignore intel files, but for this one I'm not sure you can. Now that is communication stuff. I could destroy that, and they wouldn't be able to contact other bases, I think, but... let's see, where's... can I get this tape without being seen? Oh, I can hear guys. Give me that tape. Yoink. Biological material. Right, let's get the fuck out of here the way we came. Hopefully should be clear. Never can be too sure though. As soon as you feel confident that everything's good, usually someone pops out of nowhere. So let's get away from here as quickly as we can. Call our horse. So we're going to be heading all the way over there. Now I could cut through the village, but that's probably a bad idea. Although it looks like night is about to fall, which is perfect. Just making sure no one else is going to spot me. Should be safe. But honestly, just controlling Big Boss is so... it feels so good. It really does. So responsive and not stiff like the previous games. Even MGS4, that was, you know, it was quite modern controls for its time, especially for the series, but even that compared to this is just so rigid. Right, are we good here? Are we okay? Can I call Jeeves safely?